Ferrari continue to unpack their woes, but let's just do a little bit of celebration with Toto. Well done today, another double podium. Could it have been a victory? These guys think that Lewis perhaps could have stolen it.
Yeah, first of all, one must say that George had a great qualifying session with pole and drove a super solid race, but he was always in that fight, and therefore you are utilizing the tires, you're leaning on it a lot, and then he ran a little bit out of tires in the second stint, but where Lewis came from is unbelievable. He was a little bit in the shadow, nobody really looked at him where he came from, and suddenly he was banging in times quicker than the leaders, and I think if we wouldn't have failed the DRS yesterday, who knows if I think we would have had a fun fight in the front for the victory.
Can I just ask about Lewis's first stop? Because Max came in at 16, and at that point it looked like effectively he undercut Lewis because he was behind Lewis at that stage. Why didn't you guys bring Lewis in then? And because you had track position ahead of Max, but you chose to go an extra 3 laps at that point.
Yeah, at that point they simply took a big risk, or they took the risk to undercut us and to go very early on the tire. It wasn't yet clear whether it was a 1-stop or 2-stop, and for us it was just simply too early, and they gambled, they took the risk, and at the end the tire lives were extended more than we thought.
Right, obviously the break coming up, we're going to be going to Spa, a track that everybody loves. Have you found the key to open up this wonderful sort of Mercedes-Benz that we saw today?
First of all, we got used to the Spa weather now in Budapest, but yeah, at least we have a result that we can work with. We had a really bad Friday, so we know what not to do, so we'll do the opposite. But Spa is very different, so let's not celebrate yet that we are there, because we aren't yet.
And finally, on George's race, because he basically mirrored Max's strategy, wasn't it? They were within a lap of each other. Was it fundamentally he didn't have the pure speed, you think, to match Max? Because strategically, similar tire, similar plan. Was it just a pure speed thing?
Yeah, I think that you need to acknowledge that Max in the Red Bull is just simply, at the moment, I think also Charles with the Ferrari ahead of everybody else. I don't know how much today. And I think with Lewis in Budapest, that's a success story. And I think we lost that race with him yesterday.
Were your team scratching their heads as to why Ferrari decided to put Charles on the hards?
I think they had no option. They had only hards and softs left, and for the soft it was too early. So only the hard. I think the mistake happened Friday or Saturday, not to carry over a new medium.
Okay, that's interesting to say. Just a last one from us, as you said, Johnny was talking about it there with this break and a regroup. What is possible? What's the target for the second half of the season now, Toto, with what you've got?
I think we need to stay humble and look race weekend after race weekend, try to learn and do the experiments. It's a long shot for a championship this year, so we're in a way in a situation where we can try stuff, which we've done on Friday, as frustrating as it is sometimes, and then to put us in a situation where we can actually fight for wins at the end of the season.
Are you enjoying the challenge of actually chasing, or would you rather be miles off in the distance?
You'd rather be dominated,
stupid question, but absolutely, but listen,
clearly he's not worked in a race team, has he?
I know, but after the era that you've had, if you could, what does it teach you about your team?
Look, we have discussed all these years what would happen if we lose, and it happened, and I can tell you it's super frustrating. Whatever you think of in how to pick yourself up and how to stay motivated. There was a moment on Friday where I wasn't the best me, and it's just a learning process. We'll write a study afterwards about the oscillation between depression and exuberance.
We saw the old you yesterday, though.
Yeah,
so
the old me was back yesterday, and it's pretty much the old me today.
Good. It was a trick question. Well done anyway. Congratulations on your double podium.